What's up YouTube? This is Master Renz and welcome back to my channel. So sa video ito, manonood tayo kay The Darkest Secret na ang pamagat ay 5 paranormal videos caught on live television. Oh, this is mga live to So malaki ang chance na totoo itong mga makikita natin. So make sure mag-subscribe kayo dito kay The Darkest Secret. Saka syempre, mag-subscribe din kayo sa aking channel na Master Renz at pakiclick na ng bell button para lagi tayong magkasama sa panonood. So wag na nating patagalin to. Without further ado, let's go sa go.
One of the branches of the paranormal that I like the most are those that occur by accident, that you can tell that they were not staged. Things like that usually happen when the main subject is an animal. You cannot fake the reaction of fear in an animal, unless you are an experienced movie animal trainer, something very unlikely for home videos. Another place where one cannot fake something paranormal is on live television. When the news is being broadcasted and the paranormal makes itself present. That's what you will see in this video. Paranormal recordings that by the mere chance of occurring in a controlled environment should never have happened. My name is Leonor Clay, and this is
The Darkest
Secret. Today we present 5 paranormal videos captured on live television. Number 5.
Number 5.
There are many conspiracy theories of global implications. In fact, more and more people are following them. The establishment of a new world order, that the moon is false, that the current pandemic is nothing more than a cheap excuse to keep the population under control. Things of this type are what attract those who claim to see beyond what is shown to us. However, the oldest of the conspiracies speak of a race of extraterrestrial origin that among the shadows maintain control of this planet. Beings that hold high positions of power and that hide under highly elaborate disguises. Although there has never been concrete evidence of that, experts in this matter maintain that on several occasions this has been proven. For example, one of these supposed pieces of evidence was recorded some time ago in a live broadcast by Dr. Anthony Fauci, one of the main members of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, in the middle of a public statement that he made on television, as you will see below. Watch.
Ano yun? Uy! O nga no? Para siyang gumapa yung maskara. Di ba yung tignan nyo yung pag gumagalaw? Di ba tayo pag nagsasalita, wala namang ganyan na Dito kasi sa video, parang yung mga nagsuot ng maskara, mahahalata mo, may palatandaan dyan sa part na yan.
Could this be considered evidence? Although as far-fetched as that theory sounds, you cannot deny that the image is striking. It seems that the skin on his neck has literally detached from the rest of his body, as if it were part of a mask. Could it just be stretched skin due to old age? Or are all those conspiracy stories right? Could Dr. Fauci be one of these beings? Tell me what you think. Number 4.
Takot yung ganun, no? Yung tipong nabunyag, hindi pala tao yun. Baka may alien nga, no?
The following recording arrived in my email thanks to Eduardo Lopez, a regular subscriber who tells that one day, while watching the news that was covering the wake of a well-known authority in Brazil, he was surprised when in fractions of a second the camera managed to record an extremely strange moment. What did it record? See for yourself.
E ex-deputado estadual Juca Gama. Juca tinha 63 anos e exerceu o mandato por 4 anos.
Ano yung buhol? Ano yun? Ay! Oy! Gumalaw!
Although there have been recordings of people coming back to life after being put in a coffin, it's hard to assume that this is one of those cases. One could fall into many explanations: a shadow, a distortion in the image, or some other random situation. However, Eduardo has no doubts, affirming that what can be seen coming out of the coffin corresponds to part of the head of the deceased man, a person who was buried live on television and who since then has been lying dead in a local cemetery. Could this be possible? Without a doubt, a very surprising event. Number 3.
Number 3.
From Peru, Indira Fuentes, a faithful subscriber, wrote to my email telling me about a disturbing moment that occurred in the middle of rescuing a dog from a burning house. The newscast showed the spectacular maneuver that a young man carried out to get the animal from the second floor of the house. Everyone had abandoned the building, as they always gave priority to people, and the last thing left inside was this puppy, which due to the flames, no one dared to rescue, except for this brave young man. However, at the same moment that this was happening, to the side just a few centimeters away, the image shows something completely bewildering. Pay attention.
Pay attention. Kinuha yung aso. Uy! Humaba yung paa? Humaba yung binti ng paa niya. Uy! Ano yun?
The young man's action is so spectacular that few people at that time notice that strange figure that appears to one side. Zooming in, we see a woman stretching out her arms with an unclear intention, and all this at speed that is barely perceptible. But the most incredible of all is that according to Indira, there was no one else in the house apart from
Oy!
them. In fact,
Mamma
no
mia!
fatalities were recorded because fortunately, by this time, there was no
Mamma mia, wala daw tao pala dun. So, ibig sabihin, hindi nakita itong, nag-rescue ng aso, hindi daw nakita. May tao. Ala, katakot to
one else inside. Could it have been a spirit who tried to intervene in this rescue? Tell me what you think. Number 2.
Yung creepy nun
I always get dozens of videos by email that claim to show the most impressive things on live television. Some have nothing paranormal, and others you can tell by far that it's fake. At first, this video was going to occupy this position. A woman who was supposedly the victim of a possession in the middle of a program. Her performance is definitely forced, and that obligated me to keep browsing my email in search of better content. This is how I came across footage that left me speechless. It doesn't matter how much I rewind the video that you're about to see, I still cannot find a logical explanation for the event. You see, Milate is a Chilean program that focuses on humor and fun. There is no room here for the paranormal context. Banya Baile is the name of the subscriber who sent me this material. She tells me that while watching episode 25 of this program on YouTube, she noticed that one of the trophies that the driver has on his table turns in a way that is too strange. So strange that it even defies all logic. Watch the video and try to find a logical explanation.
Gagalaw daw yung trophy. Ito gagalaw daw to. Ito ata yung tinutukoy. Ay, oo nga. Ayun. Gumalaw nga. Ang bilis
Watching the video in slow motion, you can see that it first makes a small, subtle movement to our right before turning energetically to the left.
Ang bilis, hindi ko nakita.
The trophy is too heavy for the wind from the air conditioner to move it. The host of the show doesn't touch it, and the table doesn't move either. The only reasonable explanation that I find is that the driver, when moving this piece of paper, one of the ends of it slides underneath and manages to move it. However, what does not make any sense with this hypothesis is that it moves so slightly that I'm not sure that a sheet of paper can do it without making the structure rock back and forth. What do you think? Do you think this movement is due to the paper? Or maybe something much more inexplicable happened here?
Pwede nga, baka pwede yung papel na napagalaw nung ano, ayun, nung pinagalaw nung host yung papel, pwede nga damay tong trophy.
Number 1.
Number 1 na.
We conclude this video with the disturbing footage sent from Mexico by Luis Fernando, a faithful subscriber who sent me a video corresponding to a section of the nightly news, where the presenter announced the unfortunate murder of a woman. The moment the story finishes, the camera returns to the studio. It was then that something was seen behind her that for Luis was extremely disturbing.
Live to
Observe.
Mañana va
Live
a
news
continuar
to, ah.
esta
Uy!
audiencia. Y bueno, mañana va a continuar esta audiencia.
Ay!
Y bueno, mañana va a continuar esta audiencia. Y bueno.
Unexpectedly, a figure is seen for a few moments. Perhaps it could be someone from the cleaning staff or an employee from the press department. However, and as strange as it may sound, for the woman's relatives, that figure is very similar to her silhouette, contemplating as if she were another witness to the news of her own death. Could this be true? Let me know what you think in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.
So yun, nakatapos tayo kay The Darkest Secret. Tagal ko din tong kailan ba yung huli kong nagawa dito? Tagal-tagal na din kung hindi na nagawa ng reaction video to si Darkest Secret. Magaganda yung mga video nito eh. Lalo nang magaling din si Leonor Clay. Mag-compile, tas mag-narrate ng mga kwento sa mga compilation niya. So, subscribe kayo. Dami ko na naman sinabi, pasensya na. Subscribe kayo. The Darkest Secret. Saka syempre, mag-subscribe din kayo sa aking channel na Master Renz. At pakiclick na rin ang bell button para lagi tayong magkasama sa panonood. So, thank you so much po sa pagsama and ingat po kayo palagi.